Hey everyone, I just got finished watching ZOMGitsCriss's video, well, her collaboration video with various other female YouTubers, discussing how the word feminist seems to have gotten hijacked by the more radical element of the movement. And, I got to say bravo. I had no idea it was going to happen, no idea it was being discussed, watched the video, loved it. Pretty much every argument that the anti-porn brigade have used, completely rebutted in a nice 10-minute video. I'm going to link the video, but honestly, if you're not subscribed to at least one of them, like ZOMGitsCriss, The Peach, Scouse, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Get on that shit right now, because these are the women in this video are 6 of the most intelligent, most respected women on YouTube, and they deserve your sub, and they make quality videos, and your life will be better for having watched them. I'm going to be pretty boring here and say I completely agree with everything that they said. The arguments that they use are top notch, and I don't really see where the anti-porn brigade have got a foot to stand on, because they just seem to be using fallacious arguments and reasoning. It's almost as if they think that the world is a gigantic utopia where everything else is fucking hunky dory, and the porn industry or the sex industry is just just like the pimple on the ass of the hunky person of utopia. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not true. Okay, there are problems in the porn industry. Who has not said that? Both sides of this argument have said the porn industry by no means perfect, but then what difference is that between the porn industry and every other industry? There is corruption and shady dealings going on in every single industry. What we have to do is we'd have to try and fix the problems, and make the industry a better place to work, where people don't have to do anything against their will, where they are told what they will and what they will not have to do up front, and if they want to leave, then they can leave of their own free will without any trouble. That is what we need to do. That is the problem here. That is what we need to fix. I'm all for that. Now you know where I stand on this issue. If you've seen my videos before, I'm completely for women's choice and women's equality. I don't really know if I want to call myself a feminist anymore, because it seems to be more like a dirty word. Where now if you say you're a feminist, then it's automatically, well, you must be against porn or against sex or something. And it's not like that at all. Not with me anyway. So I'll probably call myself more of a humanist. Humanist encapsulates everyone, not just women, because men are exploited too. And whether you think that's true or not, then but it is. And I'm all for representing men who get exploited as well. And they'll always if men being exploited, and I'll make videos about it just as I would women. The anti-porn brigade do seem to have a problem with sex, because they do seem to talk all it is about the porn industry and not about any other industry, and that's where it leads me to believe that the problem is with sex. They have a problem with women's bodies being used in porn, yet in every single other industry, a woman has to use her body. I mean, it may not be in the same exact way, but they will still have to use their body, whether they're a lawyer, a CEO, a waitress, fucking astronaut. They will all have to use their bodies in order to fulfill their job requirements. Now, it may not be, as big of a part as, excuse the pun, as it would be in the porn industry, but they still have to use them. They're not as if they're non-corporeal beings or anything. They have, that they will have to act a certain way. They may have to dress a certain way. May have to say certain things, but they will all know this as up front before they start the job, in order to know, are you comfortable with this? Are you okay with you having to do this in order to do your job properly? And if they are, then that's fine. If they're not, then they can go and find a job in which they are comfortable, and that's fine with me. With equality, to me, equality is looking at someone and saying, okay, you have made this decision to let's just say, for argument's sake, go into the porn industry. I may not agree with it, but I do respect your choice and your free will to do so. So you go and do it, even though I may not agree with it, because I am for complete equality. And that's to me is what equality is allowing people to do things even though if you think they're a bad choice. That is what it is. And you know, I know a lot of people have said about people playing the victim card, and these radical feminists do seem to not just play the victim card sometimes with themselves, but with every other woman as well, as if all women are being oppressed and they're all miserable and they're all being held under some sort of dominant patriarchy, and they all need the help of these anti-porn feminists in order to support them. Well, you know, newsflash, there are plenty of strong, independent women out there who can see the porn industry for what it is. You know, not perfect, but if a woman wants to, if a woman chooses to use her body in that way, then that's fine. You know, they see it for what there is. There are plenty of those kind of women out there, women who I like and women who I respect. You know, and that's just the way it is. They seem to be, you know, I don't even want to call them anti-porn feminists anymore. I want to call them exactly the kind of thing that I call people who are pro-life. They are anti-women's choice. They want to take away certain women's choices based on their morality. You know, don't force your morality on me or anyone else. You know, some people may not have that. There are, you know, you are no different from wanting for women to not do certain things, or than there's no difference between them or you and the Christians who say that, you know, abortion is murder and they want to try and outlaw abortion, or you know, the Muslims, the fundamentalist Muslims that want to, you know, impose Sharia law and they want to impose their own moral code on everybody else. You know, there is absolutely no difference. They all want to take away certain people's basic human rights, and I am not down with that. You know, be against porn all you want, but when you try and affect public policy, like, you know, trying to ban certain aspects like stripping, and we all saw how happy some of these feminists were, these anti-women's choice people were, when they found out that stripping was banned in Iceland, and with things like still sodomy laws in America on the books, and you know, prostitution only being legalized in very sort of specific places, then you are no different to me than those fundamentalist religious people who want to try and force their morality on anybody else. Probably a very roundabout way of saying that, but I hope you get what I mean. And a lot of these people seem to be anti-men as well, as if men are not in the porn industry, and as if men are not exploited in the porn industry either. I mean, with a lot of them, you don't even get to see their faces. I mean, if that's not being exploited purely for their bodies, and I don't know what is. And the fact that the argument that they use that porn can lead to rape is such bullshit, and there's no way connected to any facts, figures, statistics. It's, to me, it's like saying that some of these fucktard conservatives who think that playing violent video games or watching violent films will lead you to you know, commit violent acts, like where they used to say by listening to you know, by watching violent video games, playing violent video games and listening to violent music like Marilyn Manson, that somehow inspired the Columbine killers. When we know that that's completely bullshit. You know, you have to have that sort of mindset in order to kill people. You know, that you could kill people. That you, let me start again. You have to have that sort of mindset in which killing people is okay to you. That you know, no matter what you listen to or what you play or what you watch, you are always going to have that mindset. You know, that cannot. It's not something that can be switched on just like that. You know, and just like with watching porn, you know, I watch porn. I'm not going to rape someone. I don't want to rape someone. That is just completely disgusting to me. I would never want to force a woman to do something against their will, which apparently you do because you want to take away women's choices to do certain things. Not everything, just certain things that are unacceptable morally to you. You know, and I play violent video games, and I don't feel like I want to go and kill someone because I do not have that mindset, and it's not something that can be switched on or switched off. That's just what I have to say. I know I've rambled along too much in this video, and I've probably gone over the time limit, but I better shut down now and say cheerio, everyone.